Hello and welcome. Let's journey together, shall we? We're heading to a quiet shoreline in the Gospel of John to explore a really powerful story. A story about failure, about grace, and what it really means to find restoration.
The whole story really hinges on this one simple phrase, but that night they caught nothing. Ugh. Doesn't that just capture a feeling we all know? That feeling of putting in all the effort, all the work, and coming up with absolutely nothing to show for it. This right here is the emotional core of our story.
All right, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off with this night of empty nets. We're on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, and some of Jesus' closest friends are about to come face to face with that deep, familiar ache of exhaustion and failure.
So you've got Simon Peter, and maybe he's just trying to get back to something he knows, right, after everything that's happened. He says, "I'm going fishing," and his friends go with him. They're out there all night long. But as the sun starts to come up, nothing. They have empty nets, tired bodies, and you just have to imagine really heavy hearts. And that feeling is just so familiar, isn't it? So many of us know what that's like. We pour everything we have into our work, into our families, into taking care of things, and at the end of a long day, we can feel just as empty-handed and worn out as those disciples in the boat. But right there, at the end of their rope, just as the night is fading, something shifts. A voice calls out from the shore. And this single moment, well, it's about to change absolutely everything for them. So there's this figure on the beach. They can't quite make him out, and he calls to them. And just listen to the gentleness in his question. "Friends, haven't you any fish?" It's not an accusation. It's not a "told you so." It's just a kind question that meets them right where they are. And all they can manage to say back is a simple no. And then this stranger, he gives them this, well, kind of crazy instruction. After a whole night of catching 0 fish, he tells these expert fishermen to try again, but just on the other side of the boat. It must have sounded a little ridiculous, but you know what? In their exhaustion, they just do it. And the result is, wow. It's immediate and it's completely overwhelming. The net is suddenly so full of fish, the Bible tells us 153 big ones, that they literally cannot pull it into the boat. This isn't just a little luck. This is a miracle of unbelievable abundance. What a contrast to the emptiness of just a few minutes before. And in that moment, seeing that impossible catch, it just clicks. John turns to Peter and says, "It is the Lord." And Simon Peter, in his classic all-in way, he doesn't even wait for the boat. He throws his cloak on, jumps into the water, and just starts swimming for shore. He is desperate to get to Jesus. And this right here, is where we get to the absolute heart of the story, the fire of restoration. Because what's waiting for them on that beach isn't just about a big catch of fish. It's about turning a painful memory into a place of deep, profound welcome. You have to understand, the symbolism here is just so powerful. Think back. The last time Peter was near a charcoal fire was the night he denied Jesus 3 times. It was the setting of his greatest failure, his deepest shame. And now, what does he find on the beach? Jesus has lit another charcoal fire. He takes the very symbol of Peter's shame and transforms it into a place of warmth, welcome, and healing. And what's so amazing is what Jesus doesn't say. He doesn't ask, "So, how was your night?" He doesn't grill Peter about what happened. There's no performance review, no need for an explanation. Instead, he's already got a meal cooking. He just invites them to come and rest and be at peace. His words are so simple, but they hold everything. Come and have breakfast. I mean, that's what grace sounds like, isn't it? It's a simple invitation to be fed, to be cared for, to be welcomed back. No strings attached. It's an invitation that says, your failure doesn't define you. Your hunger does. Come on, let me feed you. Okay, so what does this beautiful story from a long ago shore mean for us today in our own homes? This last part is all about a simple, practical way we can invite that same spirit of restoration into our own family life. So let's just boil it down to 3 simple truths we can take away. First, failure isn't the end. Actually, it's often the beginning, the place where Jesus meets us. Second, we need to listen for that little nudge, that invitation to try the other side, even when it feels pointless. And third, restoration is always a gift. He's already preparing the fire and the food for us. So here's a really simple idea, something you could even try tonight with your family. At the dinner table, just take a moment for everyone to share one empty net from their day. One thing that was hard or that didn't work out or that just left them feeling tired. And then you can pray a short prayer of restoration together.
And you could pray something simple, right from the heart, like this: Lord, meet us on the shore of our family life, turn our failures into your breakfast, and feed us with your peace. It's really just a simple way of asking God to do in your home what he did on that beach. And that's the promise, isn't it? That's the hope we can hold on to, that the joy we thought was gone for good can actually be restored, that our very souls can be made new again. Our empty nets are never, ever the final word.
Thank you so much for spending this time with me. My hope for you is that you feel the warmth of that restorative fire in your own life, and that you always keep your ears open for that gentle invitation to come and have breakfast. Peace be with you.